Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I know you've been doing YouTube for a while,
Yes.
and you're dad, and you do other things, and
Yes.
so I'm very curious. I have a lot of questions to ask,
Yes.
and and we can just talk story. And
Okay, yeah.
eat some
Sounds good.
food. So for people who aren't familiar, do you mind kind of sharing a little bit about who you are and kind of what you do, particularly on YouTube?
Okay, so my YouTube channel is Authentically Charles, and I basically make food review videos in Hawaii, and I've been doing it for like the last, I'd say, 5 years or so. I've been kind of slowing down a little bit, but I was really heavy into it like during the COVID times.
So you started during COVID?
No, actually I started back in like 2017.
Oh, okay. Were you doing food stuff or other kind of stuff?
I was like kind of like tinkering around with like different things that I was interested in,
Yeah.
but it was the food stuff that kind of really caught on. And then I kind of stopped,
Okay.
and then because I had my son,
Yeah.
and then it just started picking back up again while we were in the pandemic.
Oh, okay. So when you were doing the videos before, were you kind of the same format? Were you going out and
Yeah, well, so initially, so I'm really into like martial arts, right? So like I was making like self-defense videos. I was doing like kind of motivational
Yeah.
videos and stuff, and I was kind of getting views here and there, like from family and friends and
Yeah.
stuff. But then I did like a video at Lahiki restaurant. So it was a buffet
where's that?
in Kapolei, in Ko'olina.
Oh, okay,
It was like the
yeah.
Four Seasons.
Oh, okay.
And that one kind of took off. So for somebody who was brand new, like that video had like 18,000 views on it. So I was like, oh wow, Yeah. So you know how that is, right? When you get a lot of views. And so I thought that was pretty awesome. And then my son came, and then I was taking care of him. And then eventually with the lockdowns and everything, so I have my own gym. So my main job is like I'm actually a strength coach.
Okay.
And so so my main job, like I had to go and shut my gym down because I didn't want to deal with whatever was going on with the rules and regulations.
Yeah.
So I moved everything online. But being a business owner myself, like I saw how hard it is to get clients, right? Get the word out for your business.
Yeah.
And so I felt bad for a lot of restaurants. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll go and make some videos of these restaurants, like my favorite places that I like to eat at. And that's kind of like how it all started.
And did you have that intent of because when you were doing this, or when you had this idea to go out and eat in Hawaii, were other people doing it at the time?
There was Food Fiend. So
Yeah.
she was one of the original ones.
Yeah.
So shout out to her. She's awesome. But so I remember like the very first time she gave me a shout out in one of her videos.
Yeah.
And I was just so grateful, because like to have somebody who has more subscribers and stuff give you like a shout out, that I think that's really nice.
From what I could tell as an observer,
Yeah.
because I make Hawaii stuff but
Yeah.
not food stuff, there was this wave of like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people that they
Yeah.
kind of rode the wave together, and they focused primarily on the food,
Yeah.
the eating out, and it seemed mostly during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And what was your overall goal?
Yeah. I never expected, I still have like a small subscriber count. I think it would be more if I didn't like slow down. But my overall intention was just to help restaurants, just to bring awareness to, okay, these are restaurants that are open, they got really good food, people should check it out. I never expected people to be like watching my videos. Like sometimes I have videos that are like, 5,000 views. Sometimes I have videos that are like 30, 40, 50,000 views.
Yeah.
And so it really caught me off guard. I remember when I had my first 1,000 subscribers. So when you got monetized, right? When you got to be a partner for YouTube.
Yeah.
I got the 4,000 hour watch time. I got the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I did a thank you video. And I cried because I never was looking for fame. I'm not famous at all. Okay. He has more subscribers than me. But, I was never looking for publicity or anything. It was purely just to help the restaurants. Yeah. So that was always my intention, was to always just help.
So how do you decide where to go? Is it your own experience? Is it recommendations from people? How do you figure out where you want to eat?
So I have criteria.
Okay.
Okay. So my particular niche is, I guess, very expensive. Okay. Because I pay for everything with my own money.
Wait. So what do you mean by expensive? Because that's a relative term.
Yeah.
So you talking? I mean, when we talk about cheap, it's like I don't know, like $1.50 Spanish to be.
Yeah,
cheap.
yeah.
But expensive, you're talking.
So sometimes I'll go and I'll buy like 2-3 plate lunches.
Oh,
you know, because like when people watch the videos, like so now I'm doing more like 1 plate lunch or 1 item, just because like, you know, it's everything's expensive now, right? It's like I can't be buying like, you know, 3-4 plate lunches and, you know, but basically I would use my own money to go to these places. So I kind of scout first. So I go to these places and I get the food. Is the food good? Are they clean? You know, do they have good service? And if they kind of check mark all of this criteria, then I'll go back and I'll make a video. But if they're dirty, you know, like for example, like I went to this place, and I'm not gonna drop any names or anything. So I went to this one place and, you know, I wanted a sandwich, right? So I ordered the sandwich, I paid in cash, and the guy goes and, you know, touches my money with his hands, and he goes and grabs like the bread and everything. And I'm just like looking at the guy, I'm like, dude, come on, man, like what kind of like hygiene practices do you guys have? Like you need to like have somebody in the kitchen go and make the sandwich or go wash your hands. So I want to actually give a shout out to Subway. This is not sponsored by Subway or anything. And so every time I go to Subway, so next time you guys go to Subway, watch. I hope, you know, it happens for you guys too. But every time I go to Subway, if they touch anything that's not the food stuff that you're ordering, they will go and wash their hands every single time, and they always put on new gloves. So last night I ate at Subway for dinner. And so the guy came out, he was making my food, he came out to go grab a drink for like another customer, right? Like a Uber Eats person. And so I'm like watching, I'm like, oh man, here we go. You know, he's not gonna go and wash his hands. He walks in, he goes and washes his hands, and he goes and puts gloves on, and he continues making my sandwich. And then when he's done wrapping everything up, he takes it all off and, you know, does all that stuff, right? So I really appreciate that. Because I mean, honestly, you know, some people watching might be like, oh, you're a germaphobe or whatever, but you would not like it if I like wiped my butt after I went to the bathroom and made your sandwich, right? Nobody would like that. That's just disgusting, you know? So that's one thing, is hygiene, right? So if the place is dirty, if I see like roaches running around or the bathrooms are completely nasty, it's like, what are the kitchens like, right? And like the customer service, like sometimes they have to have good customer service. I don't want to go and refer, you know, my viewer base to these restaurants that have like really crappy service. And, you know, I know that is very subjective, right? But I'll give you something that's objective in my opinion. So during COVID, I went to this one very popular restaurant, and nobody was dining out at that time. I asked the owner, can I film, because I want to promote your restaurant for free? You don't have to give me money. I don't take money from anybody. I pay for the food with all my own money. She's like, yeah. So I'm getting B-roll, right? And then all of a sudden you have the cook come out. Can I swear or no? Okay. He's like, what the F are you doing? Who the F you think you are? You know, he's like just swearing at me. I'm like, dude, like, what the hell, man? Like, I'm trying to help you out. And I got permission from the owner, right? And then she goes and she like, was like, hey, shut up, go back in the kitchen, right? I was just so sad and disappointed, because I was coming from a place of, I want to help you, right? And I was just thrown off guard, because if somebody came to my business and was like, I want to go and help you out, get more clients, you know, and put you out there, I'd be so grateful, you know?
Yeah.
And so that happened, I paid for it. I spent like $90 of my own money. And then I didn't even want to eat the food. So I called my friend up. I was like, hey, this is what happened. I'm not even gonna make a video because I don't want to trash talk the place. I'm not dropping names, but here, eat the food, you know? So I just gave it to my friend, and then like she had it with her family, you know? Yeah. So I think stuff like that, I think in general, when you own a business, there's a certain amount of, I guess, customer service you have to give.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I mean, I'm not saying like you gotta roll the red carpet out for anybody or whoever, it's like even celebrities, you know, like, but to go and swear at the person who is paying for the food, wanting to help you, I think that's real dirty. Yeah, sorry, I get kind of passionate about that. It's like yesterday, you know?
Have you been back? No?
No,
Oh, okay.
but they closed down. So.
Was that it for criteria?
Customer service, they gotta be clean,
Yeah.
good food, yeah, you know, like, so I don't mind paying more for the food, but they gotta taste good, and you know, ideally it tastes good and they give a lot, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So one place that I recommend that is a little bit more on the pricey side, but the quality is really good and they give a lot is Hamada General Store. So that's one place that I highly recommend.
When you talk about taste good, what does that mean to you? Because what I think tastes good, I mean, I grew up here, so I like salty, I like gravy and sauces, I like meat, but some people might prefer subtle flavors or more exotic flavors and things that I really didn't grow up with. But the food is covered with that, or it's like small portion. So what do you mean by it tastes good?
So I'm a local boy, and like I don't consider myself a foodie. People think I'm a foodie. I'm not a foodie. I can't like differentiate like the saffron in the rice and, you know, like the lemongrass and this and that. Like I can a little bit, right? But all the little small nuances and stuff, it's like, whatever. So for me, if I'm making my videos and if I'm eating and I'm like, man, I gotta make this video, I gotta talk, that's to me is what a good, like, tastes good kind of plate lunch or meal is. It's like, I don't even want to talk in front of the camera because the food is so good.
So good.
You know, but I like kind of like more like savory type of stuff. Not so much, I'm not really into dessert, so you don't really see me making like dessert type of stuff, but I like savory, like steaks or like just like things that are really hearty, you know, like I eat a lot. Well, I'm trying to not eat as much anymore. But.
So when you go out in public, do people recognize you?
Yeah, they do.
How's that?
At first, I was like, wait, what, you talking to me? You know, like, I remember, you know, it's weird, like, I remember the first guy that recognized me. I had 250 subscribers. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like, there's like, what, 8 billion people in this world, and it's like, you know, I only have 250 subscribers, and there's a guy that already recognized me. And that was right outside Alicia's Market. And I was like, he was like, oh, you're doing great. You know, so thankfully, all of my subscribers, like, I love them all. Like, they're really kind, and they really encourage me to keep on making videos. So, you know, obviously, as the subscriber count went up, you know, you would get more people that would recognize me and stuff. And it's good, and it is, I don't want to say it's not good. Okay. This is what I think is not good. When they take pictures of you from far away and my family is around. That I do not care for. So I don't mind. I actually like talking to my subscribers. I like it when they come up to me and we talk story. But if you want to take a picture with me, I'm all for it. Like, I actually take pictures with them too. But I don't like it when people are kind of like being a paparazzi kind of stuff, and they're taking pictures of me, like, you know, from afar. Like that, I'm not, you know, and I get it. Like, sometimes people like might not want to come up and ask because they think they're bothering you, but like it's not a problem. So if you see me, feel free to come up and talk story with me, but just don't like take pictures of me like with my family and I don't know about it, you know. That's the one thing that I don't really care for. What about you? What about you?
I think there was a time, even like during the pandemic with the mask on, I would say almost every single time we went out, someone would say hi, talk about YouTube, and I was surprised. And it's a weird feeling because with how social media works, YouTube works, especially because it's longer, they are watching you and they're kind of getting to know you, but you don't know them at all. And so you're talking about stuff and they think they know you and they kind of know you generally, but they're really just they're just a stranger. And you're talking and I sometimes don't know what to say because I don't have, it's not like they have a YouTube channel. And I'm like, oh, how was your trip? Or, I have nothing to really offer, but a lot of the best discussions I've had were people who had moved here. They had watched my videos and they're like, thanks, those videos really helpful in their decision to move here, to kind of prepare to move here. And that's very encouraging. And there's also like local people that are just, they're local people here. And I run into them and they're like, thanks for talking about those things, because it's so relatable. I agree. I think the same way, and I've yet to meet someone who disagreed with something that I put out there, which is totally fine. But I would love to, if I ever encounter someone, to have that discussion, because I know not everything I say, all my opinions represent everyone, and I try to make that very clear. It's from one local's perspective, and you could take the pigeon. I like that play on words because it's like one local. One as in just like but really it's just a singular opinion on life here, what it's like. And I know that's not everyone's experience, but the more people I've talked to in real life, through comments, but mostly real life too, it is like that for a lot of people. And so I don't feel as alone. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, so it's a very strange feeling encountering people, and for me I'm like, it's totally fine. There's been people that, of course, most time I'm out usually with my kids, so people have been really good about that. They haven't like taken pictures. I mean, maybe they have, I don't know, but they haven't like taken pictures or anything. It's just if they want to talk with me, that's totally fine. And we'll take pictures and talk story. But I totally understand there's like a separation that for me I wanted to create between my YouTube and my own personal family life, and I would hope that, I think most people respect that, but I would hope that everyone can respect that. And even when I encounter people that I see, I'm like, wow, like some celebrities, I'm like, oh,
I was nervous coming here to meet you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, oh my God, dude. I was like, so I really appreciate you reaching out and like bringing me on here. I really, really appreciate that, because you're a much bigger YouTuber. I don't even consider myself a YouTuber, right? I'm just like some guy that like eats on video, But like that's really good, because sometimes like, other people that are, I guess, more subscribers or whatever, they kind of hang out with people in their socioeconomic class, whatever, you know what I mean? But so I appreciate that. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. To me, what I wanted to do with Talking Story is I'm trying to reach out to people that I want to talk to. So I don't really care so much about the vanity metrics of subscribers. It doesn't matter to me. If I've seen your stuff and I'm like, this person's pretty interesting, let me go talk to them. I rather pursue that person than the person with 1 million subscribers or followers. And I look at the content, I'm like, that is not something that, I'm sure there's depth there behind that person. I just don't see it. And so I'm like, I don't know what to talk about.
I see.
And if the person, especially talking like a lot of local creators or influencers, sometimes I find it very hard to relate to some people, because I'm like, is that the same Hawaii? Are we living in the same state? Because the lifestyle seems so different from what I'm experiencing and what I see my peers experiencing. And I see what they're doing. I'm like, wow, it seems very different. And I don't know if I would have permission to ask them, like, is that
It's like how much money you make for per post, man.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Like, or do you ever? Sometimes I just want to ask them, do you get tired of being that person? Is that your real self, or are you somebody else? And that is the person I'd rather talk to. You know, that person, not the person that is the persona online, the character that is somewhat built up. So, so when it comes to talking with people, it doesn't matter to me what those other things are. It's just I see what someone's doing. I find something interesting that I'm like, I wonder about this, and reach out and see if they're available. So it has nothing to do with subscriber counts and class, and even I wouldn't consider myself big. I just hope that the videos that I make, and you probably know this too, when you make videos, a lot of the video views are not from subscribers. It's almost like 70-30 non-subscribers. And so that number doesn't really matter as much than I think it used to in the past on YouTube or even on Instagram and all these other social media platforms. It's more how much engagement do you actually have? And I think that's the part where I try to focus on, is if I get 50 comments, 60 comments on a video, I'm making sure to go and answer those comments, because I figured that's where the connection comes in, where some of these bigger channels just don't have the time, right? They get thousands of comments, hundreds of comments, and they just don't have the time. They're just posting videos and then that's it. They walk away and they join the next one. But with the comments that I get, I do try to at least respond. Hard if I don't have time, but I really do try to respond. Even the bad ones. Do you get bad comments?
Yes, I do. But before I talk about the bad ones, so if you guys are watching this video and you haven't subscribed to Hello from Hawaii's YouTube channel yet, make sure you guys go and subscribe. So
wait, you know I don't ask that, right?
I know. That's why I'm doing it, because I know in his videos he doesn't ask. So I want you guys to go and subscribe to his channel, because this guy, Chris, he deserves that plaque. At least 100,000 subscribers, because I know that's his goal. He said that in one of his videos. So we gotta, you know what I want? This is what I want, okay? I want, because we're a small group in Hawaii. There's only a handful of us. I want all of us to get that plaque, you know? And I think that it's in everybody's best interest to help each other out. You know, there's no competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I wanted to come and, you know, help you with this video. And then it's a very mutual thing. And so that's ideally what I want. Like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm bigger than you, and like you go hang out with your little guys or whatever. It's like, that's not cool at all, you know? So yeah, please subscribe.
Thanks.
Okay, so regarding the bad comments, oh yeah, man, I've gotten, you know, YouTube, if you don't have a YouTube channel, which I think a lot of people don't, I think you should start one, even if you don't know what you're doing, because it really helps you get comfortable in front of the camera, right? And it helps you build a thick skin.
That's true.
Because I've gotten comments, like some comments are just completely ridiculous, right? Like one guy was like, oh, I'm eating a plate lunch, and he's like, I hope you choke and get a heart attack and die on camera. I'm like, brah, like really, dude? Like, you don't even know me, man. Like, what did I ever do to you for you to say something like that? Or, you know, I had one where I had to, like, I literally banned this person from my thing. And she was constantly trying to make me get a certain type of dish, like a certain type of food, right? And it's expensive, right? It's really expensive. And I'm like, you know, it's gonna be a video for you, not for everybody. And I don't like that kind of food anyways, you know? And so she just keeps on like commenting about making a video of that every single time. I say, you know what, you give me $500, I'll do it, okay? Because I gotta take time off from work. I gotta take time off from like watching my son, you know, and all these other things, and I have to edit the video too, right? I'm working for free, and you want me to do this thing for you for free? Are you gonna clean my car for free, right? No, you're not. So the straw was when she was like, oh, you always get cheap food, and your son is like ugly or whatever, right? I'm like, you know, like, the middle finger, you know, like, yeah. So I just you know, stuff like that, right? But I realize like people that make those kind of comments, the trolls and stuff, like they're hurt people on the inside to be so unhappy to go and attack and criticize people who are putting themselves out there. We're all human and we all make mistakes. We cannot get everything perfectly polished. Like, I'm a one-man team. Like, I don't make enough to go and have like people promote my video or edit it and whatever, right? So to see those types of comments, it just makes me sad. It's like, man, whatever like upbringing you had, you're like projecting this onto others, you know? So when I was younger, like, you know, I got more upset, you know, but now I'm just like, I get it. Like, you're not happy. Not every video is everybody's cup of tea, but also you don't have to point out people's flaws unless they specifically be like, hey man, what is wrong with this video? I need constructive criticism. Help me out, right? So if somebody has like, is overweight, you know, or somebody has like some kind of deformity or something they can't change about themselves or whatever, there's no need to go and point fingers and be like, da 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 da. You know, it's like, but what about you, man? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's one of the things over time I've had to learn to deal with in a healthy way, because especially if you start getting a lot of comments that are negative, and those are usually the ones that you remember the most. You need like a place to unload them, almost cleanse yourself, because it does build up. Even if you have thick skin, it does build up. And so one of the things I've tried to do is, I don't know if you do this, but this is what I've tried to do. I give myself 24 hours to be happy or upset or whatever, discouraged about a particular video, and that includes the comments. After that, I have to move on. And so I will still go back and answer comments, but the swings are too high and too much, almost like plaque can sometimes accumulate, and you just I have to get rid of it. So a video for me in the first 24 hours, I'm like, oh, if it hits like 10,000, I'm like, oh wow, that was a popular one. Then I start feeling good. But as soon as that timer is up, next day I'm like, all right, well, I can't be living off of that high. Because I start chasing, I start imagining things, and it starts to get where, oh, maybe I should just keep making more videos like that and more. And then it's like, no, that's not what I want to do though. Or I think on the flip side, when you get a video that sometimes it just tanks. You know, I've had videos that I'm like, man, I'm proud of this video. It's gonna be awesome. And boom, nothing. I'm like, nobody cares about this.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay. So I can mope a little bit, reply to the comments, but next day I'm like, all right, just gotta move on, next video. And you'd be surprised how many videos, and maybe you've experienced this too, but after the first day, week, nothing, month, nothing. And then all of a sudden later, it magically gets shown. And it's like, explodes. And that's what happened with my viral video in 2019. So it's pre-pandemic. I posted my video that probably most people who've heard of me, they probably watched the video. I think it's almost 900 something thousand.
Wow.
And I posted that video in, I think it was September of 19. And it was like, okay, I just started, so it was like maybe hundreds of views somewhere in there. And then of course, swing time to the pandemic in March, people are looking up Hawaii, they're curious about Hawaii, and that video just explodes. And the subscribers go up, views go up, and I'm like, oh, what happened? And it was because of that older video that YouTube just
so what topic was that on? What?
That was the realities of living in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
So it was more like just trying to share it's not all great. Because at the time I felt like, and this was a real driver for me, was I felt like there wasn't a lot of videos from a local creator that talked about how life is really like here. There are a lot of videos about vacations and this lifestyle. I was like, that's not real. Or these people that would come and they would live temporarily, like maybe a few months, and then they would dig out. Or they're like a travel vlogger. So they'll come here, make like 10 videos or something, and then they'll move on to like Southeast Asia or something. And I was like, that's good, but it's not really what Hawaii is like. So if someone wants to actually move here for real, or they are living here, that's not relatable. That's not something that I would be interested in watching.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it doesn't seem, I don't want to say genuine. It's just, that's not the lens that I would put Hawaii in if you're looking for something more relatable.
Yeah.
More everyday. Because when you come off the plane and you actually come here, you walk outside, you drive around, it's not dolphins and waterfalls. And not every day is, maybe for you, but not every day is eating out. Yeah. Not every day is showing off the nice food. So that was a real driver for me to make the channel. But for me, that's where it all started. And it just sort of like grew from there. So.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So was there one comment that stood out that really got you, you know, that really kind of ticked you off?
I think the comments that probably get to me the most are the ones where I feel like the person hasn't watched the entire video. And because it's hard. When I try to think about my videos and script them out or write them out or outline them, it's hopefully to weave people through something. Yeah. And so if you miss the last third, you may not have gotten to the point that you're trying to bring up. Yeah. Or I may have considered that point, even though they may think, oh, I never even thought of that. Yeah. But I get to that point at the end. So when I was an instructor, I used to teach at a university on how to do like a college essay. And the way that I would encourage my students to try to write it and structure it is sort of your typical three-point essay. But then after that, it's the counter arguments. So at least acknowledge or address the counter arguments. Because if you just present your own points, it just seems like you haven't done research, you haven't really looked at any other perspective. Yeah. And so I try to present that. Sometimes it's not in the last third, sometimes it's up front. Yeah. It's just tricky with video because there's no talking. There's no back and forth where they could respond and I could respond. Yeah. It's just like an essay. I put it out there and I hope that you read the whole thing in its entirety and then provide an opinion. I know some people, they don't want to watch the whole video, so they just typing away and then that's it. But I think those are the comments to me that I'm like, man, I just wish you watched the whole video. Yeah. You know, and at least give it a chance. Then you can come back and write me the long 3-paragraph essay about why I'm wrong. Oh. Awesome. Oh. All right.
Yeah, I totally can see what you mean, where like they just watch like the first half of it or whatever's right, or like they just read the title and then they're like making these comments. It's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I get it. You know, some people do that. When as a viewer, I try to watch YouTube. Try to watch the whole video before leaving a comment. Yeah. Even if I'm really excited about something they mentioned in the first 5 minutes, I'm like, let me just watch the whole thing first, and then I can go back and talk about the thing that they said at the 5-minute mark. Yeah. And and maybe the rest of the video has something that either enhances what they said or clarifies, or so I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. So it's one of those. Yeah, I try to watch the entire video, but I know not everyone is like that. Have you done a Zippy's video?
Not yet. Oh, okay. Not yet. I figure everybody knows Zippy's, you know?
Well, not everybody knows Zippy's. And not everyone knows, even if they think they know Zippy's, not everybody knows what's on the menu. Because, like, again, I think people are so focused on their favorites, which is good, that they hardly ever expand. Yeah. So one of the foods that, I love pumpkin pie, I love apple and apples and cornbread. Those are my like pastries. And then I tried the mochizada. Oh. So good. And I don't think nobody talks about it. Yeah. It's probably their best.
Do they have that right now?
Yeah, we can go try one. We ask her. Yeah. It's so good. And and every time I buy it for people, like family, friends, I'm like, just try this. I know you want to eat apple and apple or like a donut, but just try this. You're like, wow, it's so good. But nobody knows about it. Zippy's doesn't like promote it. Really? I don't know why, because I would put it up against the famous mochizada places that we have here. Really? And the fact that it's at Zippy's means you can get it easy. You don't have to stand in line, and it's not seasonal. It's just always there something. How come nobody talks about it? I don't get it. So you'd be surprised. Like people that know about Zippy's, but they don't tried the entire menu. You know, and are your subscribers mostly local, or is it you see like mainland or?
Mostly local, and there's some like mainland too. So actually, like a lot of the ones that do say hi to me, they're actually like on vacation from the mainland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've gotten people as far as like New York and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think people are looking for when they watch a food video?
I think, okay, so.
It's more than food, right?
Yes, I think they're looking for recommendations.
Okay.
I think they're looking for new places to eat. And I think sometimes it's also just almost like kind of having a friend there to eat lunch with you or eat dinner with you. So like, so what me and my family do is we'll go and we'll put on like videos of other food YouTubers, you know, and then we'll watch their stuff and be like, oh yeah, we should go try that place, you know. So sometimes it's not like necessarily like background noise, but it's more like, it's this thing where it's hard to explain. It's like you're eating with a friend is what it is.
Oh.
So I think for me, that's what I like to do. So I like to watch my food videos while I'm eating. And then the other thing is I like to, and when I go on trips and stuff, I'm like constantly like looking for like, okay, what's the best places to eat, right? Mm-hmm. Which is kind of weird sometimes because you don't know if, the YouTubers are getting paid. Mm. You don't know if they're getting paid or whatever it is. So you don't know like how legit the recommendations are.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that you pay for all your food and that you don't take like sponsors or anything like that.
I need to, sometimes, you know, I think to myself like, I might have to kind of change that mindset a little bit, you know, just because like, I mean, I don't think anybody watching this video will work for free, right? Like we're doing this as more of, you know, like a hobby to help out. But I think eventually there comes a point where like, you need to get compensated somehow. And that's something that is like a tug of war with me, you know? So I'm still trying to figure that out where I somehow like, you know, cause just editing like a video can sometimes take like 8 hours. Some people, you know, like
8 hours.
Yeah, it might take them like a whole month, like literally like a whole month to edit just one video, like the videos with like a lot of stuff in it.
I seen Sean's videos.
Yeah, like Sean, like his videos are like awesome, right? And you can't, the amount of work to go and put that kind of content out, like the person has to be there, you know, constantly editing and going back looking at old stock footage and stuff like that. So like, so shout out to Sean. So make sure you guys go and follow the Hawaiian Traveler. But yeah, he's a cool guy. I just had lunch with him at a Hamada General Store the other day. Yeah, but you know, so it takes a lot of time to edit these videos, and it's like, okay, I could be hanging out with my son, right? Yeah. Or I could be making money for us or whatever, but instead I'm like in front of the computer, like editing so that's one of the reasons why I'm slowly like not making as many videos. Because before I was chasing that high, right? It's like, oh, all these people are watching, and you know, like I was posting like a video at least like once a week, sometimes twice a week for like 2-3 years straight. And like I was getting burnt out, you know, and not only does it take away from like family, it, you know, it takes a toll on your health as well. I mean, like we're getting older, right? It's like, you know, I eat some of the food, it's like, oh, indigestion, you know, and everybody is over there like, oh, you eat all the food. It's like, no, I don't eat all the food. Like I save it for my wife or whatever it is. Yeah. But there's like all these things that a lot of people don't realize like behind the scenes. Yeah. You know, so.
Well, to comment on the editing thing, it used to take me hours to make my video, and my videos aren't even that complicated. Yeah. But what really helped me was I bought a laptop to edit. so I didn't have to edit at home. And so what I do is I edit during lunch.
Yeah.
And I give myself that hour.
Oh, I see.
So a video has to be done in an hour. So I need to shoot, I need to plan so that I can edit something in an hour.
Yeah.
That just makes it more sustainable for me.
Yeah.
Because I know how it feels. I mean, maybe you felt this, where it's almost like I'm living paycheck to paycheck on videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, my video just came out on Sunday. I got nothing. All right. Or sometimes I would film on Saturday night or Saturday, and I'm like, I gotta get this video out by tomorrow, and it's not fun. And so what I've been able to do lately is I've been able to get ahead, which is really nice. So I got about 3 or 4 that are already planned out, and other videos as well, like this one, where I just space them out, and so it doesn't have to be such a tight deadline for me. But that took a long time to figure out that process of getting the videos down from 4 or 5 hours. I was spending out so long, and it was mostly at night because I have kids.
Yeah.
But now to squeeze it in at lunchtime, it's like, okay, I can edit a video I can edit probably about a 12-minute video or so, 10-minute video in an hour at lunch. And maybe the next day at work, I have to do the thumbnails and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, ready to go. And so it doesn't affect my family time because I'm already out. It's already like work time. And for me, that's been really helpful. But trying to find those ways to make it more sustainable.
Yeah.
Because if not, it's a really hard thing to do by yourself. Because I'm doing it by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've gone through ups and downs of creating stuff and feeling tired and burned out.
Yes.
And that's tough. And it's also something that's not relatable to most people. Like trying to explain to my wife how it feels, because she doesn't make content like that. So although she can be a part of it, she sees how hard I work. She doesn't have to deal with all that almost like pressure, where if it feels like if you don't make, you'll be left behind.
Yeah.
And other people just start passing you by. That is really tough when you put that much pressure on yourself. So I've tried to find ways to make it more sustainable within my schedule, rather than I used to take, like, not vacation, but I used to take like, okay, Saturday is my editing day, so I'm gone. Like I was gone like 4 or 5 hours, and then my wife by herself, I'm like, yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't expect her to be by herself on the weekend, especially because I had work all week, and just trying to balance that. How do you balance that family life? Because sometimes it feels it's hard, because I see other creators, local or not local, and they're making stuff, and I'm like, they don't got kids, and they're just cranking stuff out. I'm like, man, that must be easy, easier.
Yeah.
Then I got you got family obligations, you got a job and other stuff. Like, how do you balance that so that you make sure that you're a good husband, a good dad, and then also involved in your health, but also like YouTube? How do you balance all of that?
So one thing I started doing was I'm trying to get like a morning routine. Okay. So I wake up early. So like I'll go to sleep at like 8 o'clock, 8:30. But sometimes I'll go to sleep at like 10. So ideally I go to sleep at 8 and I wake up at like 4.
Cool. That's
so
early.
Like from like 4 to like 7 or so, it's kind of like my time to do whatever I need. So I try to go on early morning walks and stuff like that.
That's good.
But then, I don't know, it's kind of sketch now, like, with all the crime and like stuff like that. So I started kind of doing like late morning walks or afternoon walks. My schedule is pretty flexible.
Yeah.
But then like I get like really tanned and sunburned, and so I'm still trying to like find that balance. But on the weekends, I basically don't edit at all, because that's like the only time my wife, my son, and myself have time for us together. Yeah. So like I'm like just trying to like edit stuff like throughout the week, basically, like here and there, like. But the thing with me is like I was thinking about buying like some kind of case or something for my phone, because like I'll be editing, I'm like, oh, well, what's on Instagram right now? And I'll start scrolling, and it's like, oh crap, 20 minutes just went by, So I'm thinking about like locking my phone up and just kind of like hunkering down with the editing and everything.
Well, that's why, like, if I know I have a limit lunchtime, I get an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't be screwing around.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tempting to see the phone. I can do that later because this is the only time I got. And after this, I'm not editing at night because I'm tired. I got my kids, and this is it. So I have to always make sure that I plan and separate that time or prioritize that, I should say.
It's very challenging. Like I think people like don't realize how much energy it takes. You know, like especially like not even like being like on camera, but all the planning before that. You know, like making sure like the content is good, like what are you gonna talk about, and if you're gonna be scripting things. So I think people don't realize the amount of work that goes on behind the scenes, you know? So for me, like, since I started posting videos again, like, I don't even bother with the thumbnail. I'm just like, whatever, it's like, here it is, you know? Like, sometimes I'll just like post the video as is, but then I'll be like, oh no, I gotta put some B-roll in that doesn't look so good, or, you know? So I'm trying to like build that momentum up again. Yeah. But it is very challenging, you know?
Is this something that you see yourself doing for a long time?
Yes. And so this is something, so, okay, I want to go and please my viewers, right? I want to make them enjoy my content, but at the same time, I want to go and make it for my son. So people would be like, dude, you're just eating food, right? But if you slowly start watching my videos, you'll start to see like a common theme, and it's to try to be kind. And there's like, eventually I want to be able to balance like the food and having lessons where my son can, you know, watch the videos later on, and I can impart these lessons onto him if I'm not around for whatever reason, right? And so, you know, like stuff like this, I think this is good, you know, because eventually one day he'll watch this video and he'll kind of be like, oh yeah, this is how, you know, his dad, you know, my dad is and whatever, right? So that's kind of one thing that I want to do, but it's such like it's like walking on a tightrope, you know, like there's like this one type of video that you want to make, but you also want to be able to make sure it's balanced as well, where like your viewers would also want to watch and learn from it as well, you know. So that's so I want to do more like kind of like more filmmaking type of stuff, but I have in my mind I have like, you know, these ideas in my mind of how I want certain things to look, but I have no background in filmmaking, directing, or anything. Yeah.
Good, thank you.
So I have no background in any of that stuff, right? So I'm over there just trying to figure stuff out on my own. It's kind of like, I don't know how to fix the car engine, but I'm trying to fix the car engine, right?
Just open up the hood and touch things.
Yeah. So, you know, like this whole YouTube process, this journey, I think the journey is what's super important. And I think the journey is trying to not give up and to keep on going. So I see myself doing this into the day I die, probably. That's you good. Know, maybe it may not always be food videos. Yeah. But I think I'll always like put out content. Yeah. You know, and I think for me, my son is kind of like the driving force behind that. And it's just being able to put my thoughts into video in a way that is good, you know? Yeah. I want to leave a legacy, basically, you know, for my son to kind of learn from.
That's the challenge. Well, one of the things I was curious about was how sustainable is a food channel, because like it's food only, I should say, channel, because we have a lot of food in Hawaii. Yeah. But there's only, I mean, it's a small place. Yeah. Eventually you're gonna hit every place, or the best places that you do want to recommend. And after that, the top tier restaurants, you'll eventually have to go to like B and C tier restaurants, because if you want variety. It's
not sustainable, in my opinion.
Financially, it doesn't seem like it's sustainable.
Financially, it's not. Financially, it's not unless you get sponsorships. So it doesn't necessarily mean like the restaurant, like if I'm doing McDonald's, like they're gonna pay me for it or whatever, right? Yeah. It's like, you know, sponsorship from like other businesses that are not tied to restaurants. So I think that's one way of the creator being able to go and make food videos, but it's not biased, you know, because it's hard. I mean, like, you know, I could see like if, you know, like, I don't want to, sorry, okay. I don't want to talk about like certain platforms or creators, but I mean, sometimes it's like you know, you go and they give you the food and they're standing there watching you, you know, it's like, you better say something good, you know, like I don't want to ever be put in that spot, you know, it's I'm lying to my viewers, you know, if it's like, oh, I'm eating, you know, I hear a lot of stories. I hear a lot of stories about that kind of stuff, you know.
Like, okay, can you, without getting too specific, can you give me an example?
You know, like people going in and they're like, oh, I'm a whatever's, and then they're like, I want all this food, and they get all this food for free, and they take one bite of everything. Or like, they'll just take the picture, and then they'll just dig out, you know.
Doesn't that just hurt other creators like yourself?
Yeah, but I think people, if they watch, they can kind of get a gist of like who's legit and who's not, you know.
The Instagram world is beyond me. I don't quite understand it.
Yeah, I don't like.
But the YouTube, I'm like, I think I have a pretty good idea. I do understand though about getting stuff for free and being sponsored. So recently I had this experience where this company actually sent me something, not even for the Hawaii stuff. It was for something else.
Yeah.
And they just said, we want a review. That's all. And I'm like, seriously? You're gonna? That's a good trade. Yeah. You know, it wasn't something very nice. Yeah. And I got it, and I was thinking about the video, and it was so hard to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I try to think that I have some integrity, and I like to tell it like it is. But man, when you know they're watching you because you got something for free, and you want to possibly keep that relationship going, I found myself patting down the negative. I brought it up, but I patted it down, and I tried to elevate more the positive.
Yeah,
and I don't know if that's just natural, but even I couldn't help myself. And from that experience, I said in the video, I was like, I said I got it for free. This is what the deal was. I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like, to receive that kind of stuff, because it's so hard to do it. You know, and that's why I don't know, like, a lot of these local creators, I don't know what their situation is. I don't know, I try to disclose, whenever I get something for free, I will disclose that. So any Zippy stuff, I get it for free, so I'm going to disclose that. Yeah. Any other business I worked with locally, same thing. I don't know if everyone plays by those same rules or has those same standards, but I think it's important for the audience to know, because it does influence. Even if they don't pay you, even if they don't tell you what to say, I don't know if you can be 100% honest. I know the foodies or the food YouTubers. Yeah. They mostly is positive. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a negative one. I'm waiting. Okay. I am waiting.
I have videos.
Okay. So I am waiting. Not necessarily for you to do it. I'm just waiting for that. Like, more of a critical eye, because I feel like when you do the food stuff, it's also a service to warn. I don't know, warn is right, but also to let people know, like, it's like maybe this was a little bit undercooked, and that's very difficult to do if you're getting paid or you're working with them.
Exactly.
You basically can't do that. So I'm waiting.
There's videos that I have where like, there's one video I made of like a amusement park here on the east side. And
okay.
You know, like, out on that side. And I had these fried noodles. And when I ate this, I was like, bro, like, what the? And I told everybody watching, I was like, this is the worst plate of noodles I ever had in my life. I threw it away right there. I just threw it away. I was like, this is like BS. And I left the place and I got a poke bowl. Oh. So, yeah, so it's hard, you know, like, cause sometimes I get it. Like, for me, I try my best to spotlight places that are good, legit, you know, but sometimes I'll encounter places like with this really bad noodles that I had, where it's like the first time I'm going there, well, it's not the first time I'm going there, but first time I'm eating there, and it's just horrible. I never got a chance to like scope it out, so that's why like stuff like that happens, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, wow, this is just like horrible, you know.
Do you think that people are afraid, even if they're not getting paid, of having a bad reputation for bad mouthing places? Is that like?
I don't think people are afraid. I think a part of it might be like, you know, like
because
you could sink or swim this business if you're big enough, right?
Well, but the thing is,
yeah.
Those kinds of conversations happen all the time. My mom will tell me, my aunties will tell me, oh, this place is so bad, don't go.
Yeah.
Or, you know, co-workers and friends, they'll say, that's junk. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like people don't know it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just, maybe it's not put in a bigger, wider audience.
Yeah.
And I just wonder if, now I understand like if you are big enough, you could really hurt a business by saying they're terrible.
Yeah.
And I don't think you'd get in trouble for like libel or like a lawsuit, but I do think that it could also potentially hopefully encourage them to improve that dish.
Yes,
because now someone's calling them out, and you know what, it wasn't bad. So this one time we tried all the Hawaiian Sun juice just to try on my channel. So I filmed it, and the mango orange was not good, and I said it was horrible. I love Hawaiian Sun across the board, but that one was bad. Yeah. And Hawaiian Sun, we were in communication after that video came out, and he said, yeah, we're sorry, you got a bad batch. That batch had something wrong with the tank or something, and so they're like, you know what, why don't you guys come down, we'll give you like the good one, like normal one, and you can try. So we went down to Hawaiian Sun, they gave us a case, very generous, and we tried it, and I was like, yeah, better. Yeah. Still not great, but better. Yeah. And even like stuff like that, I'm glad there are companies that are willing to admit when either they made a misstep or we don't expect them to be perfect all the time. It's just if there's something that's very blatant, they can bring it up, and I would hope that they would bring it up rather than a YouTuber or someone online doing it. But I think that it's okay. I like companies like that because now I remember that with Hawaiian Sun. Yeah, the mango orange wasn't great the first time, but better the second time. Yeah. And they explained why. It wasn't just, oh, you just, I don't know, maybe they could have gotten very defensive. Yeah. Like, oh, maybe you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know, I tried all of them. Yeah. That was the worst one by far. So, I don't know, I hope that.
I feel easier, I feel better, like, I guess, really criticizing like bigger restaurants. Like, for example, I put out a video on chicken strips, like a month or so ago.
McDonald's
one. Yeah, the McDonald's one, right? And I was just talking about how like you could tell, I mean, obviously all of their food is frozen from like Kansas or something, you know, and it's just like shipped here. And, but it was very stringy, you could tell like it's like, you know, like, I don't know, frostbite or whatever's on it. And it was really salty. So I think with like really big multi-million, multi-billion-dollar corporations, it's very easy to just be like, you know, but I think for like the smaller mom and pop shops, like I could see sometimes a YouTuber is like torn where it's like, oh, should I trash it? Should I kind of not make a video on it? Or should I like just kind of like cut that out, right? Because there's this one event I got invited to, and they're like, hey, we want you to be a part of this event and make a video. And they're like, but can you do us a favor? I'm like, what? And they're like, can you not say anything bad about the food? Because the last time you came here, you said something bad about our food. And then I'm like, so you're telling me you want me to lie to everybody that's watching this video that I don't like the food from this one place? Because I started laughing. I was like, ha ha, this food's not good, you know? And they didn't like that. And they're like, yeah, come and make a video, it's on us. And then after they said that, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna go. I was like, thanks, but like, no thanks, like, I'm busy. Because if you're gonna like make me like say things that, if you're gonna censor me, I don't wanna do it. Yeah.
It's so strange. Sometimes I feel like the people that do play that game though, they're the ones that get ahead. That they will, because
yeah, totally.
Sometimes I feel like the businesses, they're like, okay, if you don't want to do it, I got 5 people that will.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah.
And that's the hard part. We're all replaceable, I guess, expendable.
Oh yeah.
Because we're not a part of their marketing team.
Yeah.
We're just an outside person.
Yeah.
And I try to remember that I'm not an employee of that business.
Yeah.
I do my own thing.
Yeah.
So I'm the employee of my own brand.
Yeah.
And it's very personal to me because it's just me.
Yeah.
I don't have a building and a logo. I mean, I guess I have a logo, but I don't have this business that I can separate myself from.
Yeah.
When it's just you, what you say really matters.
Yes.
And people, they want to know that they can trust you.
Yes. That's really, really important.
And that's hard.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they try to reach out to these influencers and social media people, because they built that somewhat trusting relationship.
Yeah.
But I think once they start to twist, they got you on the reins.
Yeah.
Now you don't know what to do because you can't really be yourself.
Yeah.
So I would say that's one of the best things. Plug here for Zippy's, since we're eating here. But that's one of the best things that when I talked with them before doing all this stuff, working with them, and they've been great. They were very supportive of that idea of you just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm so fortunate to work with a local company that is, obviously everybody knows them, but they understand that, and that's the way that they're willing to operate. Because I know other businesses, they're like, you gotta do what we say, or else you're gone.
Yeah.
You don't get invited to the stuff
Yeah,
where you're
yeah,
off the list.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess I get it, but it's just not for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sell out for really a small monetary amount or a stuff.
What if it's $20 million?
That'd be tough.
Everybody should be okay. Okay, 20 million. All of you guys would do it too.
But it is challenging, I think, and that's why I try to look where I'm at right now. I don't know what year I'm at. 8, 7, 8. I forgot already. I try to look for brands that will have a similar setup like that, and I know not everybody gets that, and that's unfortunate, but that they trust you, they understand you, they watch your stuff, so they know where you're coming from. They don't look at the numbers so much, but they see the relationship and the community that you have, because the influence is not just a metric. You can make a video, it maybe has like 1,000, 2,000 views, but you don't know who those people are. I've had small videos, relatively small videos, but very important people have seen them. Yeah. And I'm like, you saw that? Really? Yeah. And so not every view, although everyone's a person, not every view is equal. And sometimes even the lesser viewed videos they're the ones that can get you the connections or that can really, they have the most impact. And it's hard to measure that from a creator side because I don't see impact, right? I just see, view went up. Okay, one random person watched it, but you don't know. It could be the owner of a business, someone that they're like, I think I like this guy. Yeah. Maybe I want to work with them. Let me reach out to him and see what we can do. But I found that they're very hard to find. Those companies are very hard to find. Yeah. And you just have to, I guess, look out for them, and if the opportunity comes, just talk about that. I've had a lot of opportunities, and I'm very hesitant to make a video about this, but I had some opportunities, and they've slipped through, unfortunately. Yeah. And it's too bad because I was like, man, I love that brand. Yeah. Like I would love to work with them, represent them. This isn't my full-time gig, but man, whatever I say, honestly say it, passionately say it, and I mean it.
Yeah.
And the people who watch my videos, they'll know I mean it.
Yeah.
I'm not just reading a script from the brand. And I wish there was more of that in social media marketing.
Yeah.
It just seems almost the opposite.
Yes.
So I don't know where that's coming from, but maybe one day it'll turn.
Yeah.
Where the brands can recognize that. But
Yes.
until then, I'm just like, okay, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
I think what I noticed too is businesses they tend to gravitate towards Instagram more. Have you noticed that? You know, like I guess it's easy, you know, like you got like a 10-second video, 30-second video, and you know everybody's attention span now is just so short, right? Like it's hard to be able to sit through, you know, like a 10-minute, 30-minute video or even an hour video.
Well,
right?
this is gonna be an hour at least.
Yeah. And so, but this is the viewers that watch this kind of stuff. That's where the power is, you know. So I think businesses really need to recognize that.
Yeah, I wonder why they don't.
They just want the views, is what it is. They just want to see like, oh yeah, my business name is out there. That's it. But the people that I guess watch like your videos, like they really trust you, right? But the people that just watch like, you know, like 30-second videos, they're just constantly swiping.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I don't post like shorts.
Oh yeah, I tried that.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, so you get all these people that just like this short snippet videos, but then you're asking them to watch like a 30-minute video, they're like, forget that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's totally different people.
Yeah, it's very different. Yeah.
And the connection that you make is so different.
Yeah.
Because when you're just on a scroll, an infinite scroll, they don't care who you are.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just bored.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're making a longer form video, whether it's 8, 10, an hour or more, they have to choose the video.
Yeah.
They have to choose whether they want to actually take their time, whatever the length is, to watch. And that's a big commitment.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's that better connection. We're being chosen to be watched.
Yes.
Rather than someone's force feeding us a quick random whatever we're doing. So have you ever had a video that you really liked making and you're really proud of but nobody watched it? Or
it's funny because some of the videos that I put the most effort in, nobody watched, but the ones that I'm like, oh, I need to make a video like fast.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that took off. Like the one that really stood out was the dangerous places in Chinatown.
Yeah.
That one out. It was not food, none of that. It was just dangerous places in Chinatown, you know. And I just walked around Chinatown telling stories.
Well, because you grew up, right?
Yeah, I grew up there.
So you would know. And I think for a viewer like me, I'm like, well, that's interesting because I have a perception of Chinatown.
Yeah.
And I see it. Sometimes we go down there.
Yeah.
I'm like, is the whole place dangerous? I mean, there's more dangerous places? There's actual dangerous places?
Well, I mean, not like, it depends when you go.
Yeah,
so it's, you know, back then, back in like the 80s and 90s when I was there, I mean, I basically like grew up there my whole life. The type of crime was very different. There was a lot of like drug deals, like organized crime.
Yeah.
They don't want to bring too much attention, right, to the area. So they had a lot of like those adult film stores where like they would go and, you know, do the drug deals within like the booths and stuff like that.
Okay.
But now it's more like people that are just like off the rocker that will just like go and stab you or throw acid in your face or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, so it's very different now. And I think now it's a little bit more sketchy. So I have a story to tell you actually. So in Kakaako the other week, I was with my son and he was riding his bike and there's this guy on an electric like motorcycle and he was basically following us. So he wasn't a subscriber at all, right? He was just like some random like guy. He had like sunglasses on and his face was covered and he had a hat on. And he was like following us throughout the park. And every time my son rode his bike further away from me, he would go and try to talk to him. And then he was like literally following us. And then eventually I kind of got the guys to go away. Yeah. But, you know, now it's so different. You know, like we really have to keep our eyes on like our kids, you know, because you don't know what kind of like sketchy people are out there, you know?
Yeah, I don't remember that growing up. I didn't grow up in town. I grew up on Windward side.
Yeah.
I don't remember that type of feeling because I used to actually still able to walk place by myself.
Yeah.
My grandma's like, oh, you want to go McDonald's or shopping? Yeah, just go walk.
Yeah.
And I just go, no big deal. And now I can't imagine sending my son out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like now I'm like, my eyes are on him like a hawk, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know like what kind of stuff can happen.
Yeah.
Like growing up in Chinatown, like I've seen people get stabbed. I've seen people get shot. You know, like I've seen people get kidnapped. I've seen a lot of crazy things. So in the comments, people would be like, oh, nothing dangerous happens. I'm like, bro, you haven't seen the kind of stuff I've seen, you know?
But do you think now it's overall, it's better? Because now they're trying to make it
I think it's
nicer
better
and like more modern.
Yes.
Right?
I think it's better in certain ways, but I think Chinatown is slowly disappearing. It's slowly shrinking. And especially with like, you know, the crime against the elderly. You know, my dad just got robbed in Chinatown, you know, and it makes people not want to go there. You know, like now when I walk around, so when I was a kid, right, I never used to have to watch the ground when I'm walking, because now I have to watch the ground because I don't know if I'm going to step in human crap or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's better in some ways and it's not good in other ways, because I don't ever remember like senior citizens getting robbed. You know, that kind of stuff, right?
Why do you think that's happening? Is it just the drugs?
I think just everything is just so expensive here. And like, it's unfortunate that like the people that are doing these things, they don't just get a job. They should just get a job. I mean, life is just so much easier if you just get you know, even working at McDonald's, or there's no shame in any of those jobs, because you can't shame somebody who is trying to make a living for their family, right?
Yeah.
I feel, I think it's just so expensive in Hawaii now that people are kind of resorting to those things. And it's just sad. You know, like we're really getting priced out of paradise. You know, like even for me, like, you know, like we always kind of talk about, like me and my family, we talk about like moving out of state. Because just things are just so expensive. I just went to Japan last year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
It was like so cheap. Everything was so cheap. You know, like there's this one like Wagyu katsu that I had, and it was $18 for the meal, right? And then I was just talking to one of my friends on Instagram the other night, and she's like, "Oh yeah, there's like a Wagyu katsu place that opened in town." I was like, "How much is it?" And she's like, "Oh, it's $90." I was like, "Dude, I paid $18 for this set, and I got an extra on the side for $12."
Yeah, and there's no tip. So
yeah, there's no tip. Yeah,
no, it's we try to go every other year or so to Japan, and I'm just blown away by the service, how cheap things are, relatively speaking. But I also have to remember too, I'm going as a visitor, just like people come here as a visitor, and that's probably not how it is in real life. But I just think, man, I would love to do Japan. You know, I mean, I got family, it's harder now, but yeah, retire Japan. If it's so expensive in Hawaii, why do people love to eat out so much? Yeah. And I could not really quite understand, because it's cheaper, right, to eat in. I know in one of your videos you actually brought food back, and then you cooked it yourself, right? Yeah. So why do you think? How do you negotiate that where it is expensive? Absolutely. Yeah. But then also, there are other habits I guess we have collectively that are just.
I think people are burnt out sometimes with work, with family, with other commitments and obligations. And it's like, just to think about like, okay, I did all of these things and I gotta go home and I gotta cook and I gotta wash the dishes and the food's probably not gonna even taste good. And then my kid might like throw all the food on the ground. I might as well come to Zippy's and, you know, eat over here and then, you know, just tip them and they'll clean it up for me and whatever's, right? Yeah, and then the kids get like their little toy at the vending machine, right? So I think that's one thing, like families, like they're just burnt out. You know, a lot of people have like 1.5 jobs, 2 jobs,
Yeah.
you know, just to kind of make ends meet. And you know, sometimes like not everybody has people that can help caregive.
That's true.
And I think it's just easier to just be like, okay, let's just go to Zippy's, you know, go eat over there, go home, shower, go sleep, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not like before where like you could have one parent just stay at home,
Yeah.
do all the laundry, cook all the food.
Yeah.
You know, like it's really, I think that's one of the things. And I think we are conditioned into spending money. I think that's another thing too, where, you know, like we just want to buy material stuff, and that's fine. Like everybody works hard for their money, and they can buy whatever they want, right?
Yeah.
So I think those are some of the things that makes people want to go out and spend their money.
Yeah.
Makes them want to go out and eat. You know, and sometimes there's like, you know, single people, right? Or maybe you just have like your boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever's, and like to go and buy all the ingredients to make that one dish, it's kind of cheaper just to eat out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, when's the next time I'm gonna use the spices here? You know? It's like 6 months later, there's like all these bugs in it, right? You know? Because that stuff happens to me all the time.
Yeah. You buy stuff for one food and then you never make it again.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta throw it out now.
Yeah. So that's, do you guys eat out a lot? Like, what are you guys?
So we have a pretty good budget,
Yeah.
and so our eat out budget is usually it depends where we go.
Yeah.
So if you're in like cheap McDonald's, then you can go multiple times, but usually we limit it to about twice a month.
Yeah.
And we're not eating out like at fancy places. So that just affords my wife to not have to worry about cooking for that day. And also to hopefully expose the boys to some different types of foods.
Yeah.
My wife's a great cook, so we have like Japanese food most nights. And I think the boys just like it, I like it. But we really try to limit that, because I think there's one time I made this video about us not eating out for a month and how much money we would have saved. And how I gauged that was every time we wanted to go out, I just wrote it down and what we would have bought.
Yeah.
And it came out to like $500.
Oh, wow.
And that was very like liberal
Yeah.
on going out. You know, like, oh, I want a Jamba Juice, or oh, let's get some ice cream, or fast food, or you know, and it just added up so fast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I can't justify that.
Yeah.
But I understand where, you're tired, man. You don't want to be eating, you don't want to be thinking, you just want to feed the kids and go home.
Yeah.
So eating out is the best solution. But yeah, we do try to limit it to, I would say about twice a month. We'll celebrate, which I don't include that in that budget, you know, for different occasions. So like, you know, my son's first week, we went out to eat to celebrate. You know, so it's like, it's something for fun.
Yeah.
Different events, of course, birthdays and things like that. We'll go out to eat. But yeah, we try to limit it, and for me, I try to also limit the, I don't know if it's like habitual spending for foods. So like coffee, I don't drink coffee. Go out to a bar and drink all it. Just those things just help to, I guess, in that sense, help to save money.
Yeah.
So I'm not, going out. My wife loves those things, like not the bar, but the coffee.
Yeah.
And, but for me, I just I'm like, I don't need it, and I think that helps to save money.
So what is your weakness in terms of food? Like, what is the one thing you can't resist?
Well, if I had to think about a food, man, it's so hard, because I like taro chips and popcorn, so I like the salty food. But if you give me like chocolate, man, some of the chocolate stuff is so good.
Like any kind of chocolate?
Not any kind. And I noticed in Japan, their chocolate is doesn't hurt my teeth as much.
Yeah.
But
Like Royce's chocolate.
yeah, Royce. Oh, man, that's so good. Excellent. Probably the best single piece candies. But I would say popcorn, hurricane popcorn, taro chips. I'm probably gonna eat most of the bag, if not all of the bag, if I get my hands on it.
Yeah.
And then for sweets though, it's like of course pumpkin pie from Zippy's, or like a tabash cake or something like that. those are probably like those foods are like so good.
Yeah.
But I do try my best because as I'm getting older, right? That's one of the things that I'm trying to focus on is the basics. So eat better, sleep better, be more active.
Yes.
And I didn't realize how important the eat better part is.
Yeah.
Because you can do the other two, but if you're eating bad, forget it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. So I've been trying as I'm getting older, but it's still pretty tough. But and it's weird because some foods for me do absolutely nothing. Yeah. So like I don't eat poke.
I know.
So
I was gonna say it was too early. Our meeting was too early. I was gonna bring some poke to share with you today.
I just don't even get it. That's the thing. Like, there's some things I don't get.
Yeah.
That's one of them. I don't get poke. Yeah. I don't even understand.
But will you eat it though?
I mean, I've eaten raw fish before, like in Japan.
So if I brought some next time, you'd eat it?
It depends on the flavor. See, that's the issue. I don't even understand. Like, okay, there's the raw fish. Okay. And then there's the sauce. Yeah. And then the rice. Yeah. Rice, I understand. I don't understand the sauce, man. Yeah. Like, what is that? Because I want to, in my mind, I want to eat the fish to taste the fish. Yeah. But if you're gonna cover it in sauce, how do I know what's good fish? Yeah. So I even know where like a lot of the local fish is even sourced, probably far away, and I'm sure in poke bowls it might not even be like the premium stuff. I'm like, man, if I'm gonna pay that much, I want to taste the meat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want it to just be covered in spicy whatever and other stuff. So,
and all the mayo.
Yeah. I'm like, you might as well put like chicken or beef and it'd be the same, right? So for me, I just don't understand poke. I'm not against seafood or fish. I like fish. I just don't get poke, I guess. So it does nothing for me. Yeah. Some of those drinks, those like boba drinks and things, nothing for me. And so it makes it real easy. I don't have to like, whenever there's like a long line for those things, I'm like, I don't, it's fine. Everyone else can stand in line. But yeah, poke does absolutely nothing. I'm sure it's great. I didn't grow up with that. Yeah. I know a lot of people like it. What's your favorite one? My wife likes Off the Hook. That's her absolute favorite.
I've been going to Ali'i Seafood recently.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. What do you like about this?
What do I like about that? Yeah. Aside from like the food being really good, I like that they don't rip people off.
What do you mean?
So
don't they weigh it? They just weigh it, right?
No. So what I mean by that is sometimes you go to like these poke places, right? And they'll charge you like $35, $36 a pound, right? Okay. And that's like year round. At this place, it goes with the market. So sometimes like it is as cheap as like $18 a pound. Okay. And I'm like, $18 a pound and it's good stuff, right? Yeah. And then the other place is like, 30 whatever dollars a pound. Yeah. I'm like, wait, what's going on here, dude? And then the place that charges more, they don't give you a bag. Well, that's the other thing. I like going to places that give me bags.
But you can't anymore.
Well,
kind of.
Yeah. So Ali'i Seafood, they give you a nice bag, paper bag, with the they stamp their name on it and everything. Yeah. And or other places they'll just give you like the trash bag for the office trash kind of thing, right? That's cool, But for me to have to carry all this food out, it's like the potential of it, falling and dropping. I'm like, bro, come on. So I like that they get the bags and the poke is like really good and they don't rip the customer off. Like I go to these places like 30 whatever dollars. It's like, really? How come down the street is like, 18?
They have a brand.
Yeah, like just because you guys can make the profit. I get it. It's a business, right?
Yeah.
But I want to ask you something.
Yeah, sure.
So this has been on my mind this entire time.
Okay.
Is your shirt online where people can purchase it?
No. So people have asked me that about the shirt, and I made these a long time ago. I didn't like how they all turned out, which is why I didn't put them up. I originally was gonna have a store. Yeah. I'm like, if I just sell one shirt to somebody, that's cool. Yeah. Maybe I'll run across them in the public. Just, cool, hey, nice shirt. I didn't like the quality. I need to find someone who I can trust where when they make the shirt, it's gonna be good every time. Or if it's bad, they'll be like, okay, sorry, we'll replace that. So I haven't found anybody that I really trust that I would be like, that's a good product, or I trust them to do it. but yeah, people have asked me, like, oh, we get the shirt? I'm like, yeah, I would love to. And I remember when I was first coming up with I'm sure even with like your own channel name, I was trying to figure out, what am I gonna call this channel? Yeah. And originally it was Pineapple Story. That was my original name, way back. And I changed it to Hello from Hawaii. Because, well, one, I wanted Hawaii in there. But I was trying to figure out a way to introduce myself to other people. And I noticed that when I was on the mainland especially, I would introduce myself and I would always clarify it by saying, oh yeah, I'm from Hawaii. Yeah. And so I thought that was kind of neat. And then when I came up with the design, the idea of like the name tag, to put it from Hawaii, I'm like, oh yeah, that's sort of, for a while, that was who I was. When I was on the mainland, it was just, oh yeah, I'm the Hawaiian, even though I'm not Hawaiian. Yeah. But it's just, you're the Hawaiian, right? And that became the identity. But over time, it changed because I got just used to being there. But the local boy is always, no matter where you go mainland or Japan or wherever, you're always gonna be like local boy or local girl. And so I always felt like that was a big part of who I was. So, but yeah, I don't know. The shirts maybe one day, but yeah, it's something that I know people have asked me about, and I wish I could. Yeah, I wish I could sell them. Yeah. Do you have any merch?
I do, but I didn't release them because I want to redo them again.
Oh, okay.
But the reason why I asked is because I wanted to plug it for your viewers, because I don't know if you could like look at the shirt right now. So when you're editing this, it's just such a genius slogan. I was like thinking about like, oh wow, if I wore this to Japan, everybody would love it. You know, like there's just like, you know, such like everybody would love a shirt like that. You know?
Yeah, I
Hello
guess
from Hawaii. Like everybody loves Hawaii.
I know over there,
you know?
especially. Yeah. It's one of the things that I'm thinking about the future. I couldn't do what like Ed does with Aloha Revolution. They work so hard. I seen them at Made in Hawaii, and I see them online and what they do. I'm like, man, that's a lot of work to build that up. But maybe it's something that I might consider just as a side to work on that. And I know some people have asked. Part of me is also like worried I put all this work into the store, and I'm like, oh no, so nobody gonna buy, huh? And I'm like, but I'm sure that there would be people who would be interested in buying. If anything, I just give them away as gifts too.
Yeah. So I think Ed should do a collaboration with you. So if you're watching this, Ed, make sure maybe one day you guys can do a collab together. I would definitely buy that shirt.
I'd buy that shirt too. I'd probably buy like 10 of them. It'd be fun to do that because it's a brand. Actually, I hope to invite him, and I have him scheduled later next month sometime. But I would love to like talk to him about that because I remember when I first saw that brand, I was like, what is that?
It's cool, right?
I was just like, what is that?
Yeah.
You know, it's upside down, right?
Yeah.
And then to hear and understand the story of what it means, I feel like that's really good. So, some brands, I don't know what they stand for, or what they stand for is kind of like, I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that, but for him, I was like, oh, I can stand by that, and that's nice. And so, I just started buying the stuff, and just like, oh, that's cool. Because I grew up with TNC and Local Motion, HIC, and I know they're still around. But sometimes I feel like I'm getting kind of old for that, Like I can't have a graphic tee, maybe sometimes, but I can't be wearing a graphic tee with a tiger and a cartoon fish all the time. So I'm like, okay, maybe get something a little more plain. And when I saw this stuff, I was like, it's pretty nice. And he does a lot of the fundraiser stuff, like the Lahaina thing, California thing. I was like, oh, it's pretty nice for him to do that. Very, very, very busy guy. But one of the local businesses that I gladly support and just appreciate all that he's done for me, and just really good guy to talk story with.
So what is your goal for like the next year for your channel?
Well, I hope to still make videos every week. That's a goal I can control. Can't really control subscribers as much, but I like to do that. I like to see where these longer videos kind of end up. I don't know. I just have 10, 12 of them.
Yeah.
And after that, I don't know. And I get busier at work too, so we'll see after that. But I like that it's not the only thing that I do, so that I can make into seasons and I don't get burned out. Because if I had to do this every week, I have to be scheduling 4 people a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it would just be crazy.
Yeah.
You know, trying to get people, and eventually I'd run out of people that I really want to talk to. And then I gotta start talking to people that I'm like, I just need somebody. And not to hurt their feelings, but just like, I just need somebody. And so I want to really focus on people that I want to talk with and give myself time to improve over time on these videos, quality, sound, all these different things. And so I would like to still continue to at least have another season. So at least another dozen or so, maybe next year. Yeah. And I guess, continue to keep talking about what I want to talk about. Yeah. Keep doing what I am doing. There's ideas that I have that I would love to do. Yeah. I just don't know if they'd be very practical. One of them is I want to spend $10,000 at Made in Hawaii. Yeah. But not my money. Yeah. I want to spend their money. Yeah. So if they want to, if they're looking to give away money, I'd gladly buy things and give them away. I don't even need it. I would just walk around to whatever booths, because when we were there were some very famous booths that I've heard of, and companies, brands I never even heard of, and I'm like, wow, you're here? Okay, what do you have? And some of them was surprisingly great. Yeah. And they don't have probably the biggest social media following. Their line isn't going around, but they're still local business. Yeah. And I was like, man, it'd be cool to be able to support them in a big way, not just by like bag of cookies, but you're like, we'll take 12, 20 bags. I just give them out to people. Hey, try this, it's good. And so that'd be like a fun idea to do. And I would hope in the next year I can look back and just continue to say I had fun. Yeah. Because if it's
I think that's the most important thing.
Because if it's not fun, I got better things to do with my life, and I'm sure you do. People, I got better things because it's not our job. Yeah. So I got things I can focus on career-wise, of course, family, hobbies, other things that I do. So I want to make sure that I look back and say, yeah, that was fun. Sometimes not every video is fun because it's a lot of hard work. And I hope I never get to that point where I'm like, I gotta make another video, and I'm just trying to like squeeze one out last second. That's why I give myself 3 to 4 videos ahead, so I'm like not too pressured. But yeah, I hope that I'm still in that place where it's just a lot of fun, because without the fun, it's like work. Yeah. And I'm like, I already got a job. Yes. So what about you? What do you hope in a year?
I hope to get 10,000 subscribers.
Hey. Yeah. You're right. You're almost there, right?
Yeah, I'm almost there. I need like 1,000 more.
Are you gonna do anything special?
I am.
Okay. Keep it a secret.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a secret. So you guys should subscribe to my channel, Authentically Charles. But
it is a big deal. Because I remember when I made 10,000, I never thought that would be possible. Yeah. And the journey there, I can just say this. The journey to get to 10,000 is very different from the journey from 10,000 to whatever your next goal is, because it changes over time. And I found that you just got to be willing to adapt to whatever those changes may be. It could be your audience growing up, you are growing up, your interests change. So I noticed that like some of your videos are not food, right? And you're just talking about life stuff, and encouragement and things. And is that where you see yourself moving?
Yes.
In the near future?
I see myself talking more about life stuff in the near future, coupled with food. So somehow I have to figure out how I am gonna go and incorporate food into life lessons. So that's the tricky thing.
Like a particular dish into life lessons, or more like while you're eating?
While I'm eating, more like a vlog type of thing, Okay. So that's what I'm trying to do. But the thing that's challenging is the creative juices. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I really like about YouTube, is that it really forced me to get creative again. Because before, like, I was just like completely like, I don't know how to be creative, because it's just like you're out of school and you're just working. Now it's like, how am I going to keep the person's attention, right?
Yeah.
How can I go and like tell a story? How can I help them like connect with me and have it resonate with them?
Yeah.
You know, so that's kind of what is all in my mind, but it's being able to actually get it out there is what's challenging.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, with YouTube, it's definitely challenging with family and stuff, but I don't know. I hope that you're having fun.
Oh yeah.
And it's something that nobody's forcing us to make videos.
Yeah.
You know, but I know it can be. I know it can be hard.
Yes.
You know, to make. And yeah, it's an interesting hobby.
So let me ask you this. If you could give yourself advice, like all the knowledge you have now about YouTube, what would you tell yourself like when you first started?
We'll buy the laptop.
Yeah.
That helped. Probably trying to make it sustainable, because YouTube changed from, I forgot when this occurred, maybe when I bought the laptop, but it changed when I focused more on sustainability rather than just pumping out videos. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Should I bring you more diet and waters?
Water is good.
Water.
Yeah.
Could we actually get a container? A small container, thank you. Yeah, okay. So that's for you to try, and then
Okay.
you can bring some
Okay,
home.
thank you.
And you can let me know if
Yeah.
my taste is bad. And I think this is the greatest, and I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
the food person said it wasn't that good. But yeah, I would say try to find something that's sustainable, because and that works on several levels. It's sustainable financially, so my videos are cheap to
Yeah.
make. Other than the gear, I'm not going out like you, going out to buy food. I'm not spending money.
Yeah.
Other than going to Japan, but I'm already going to Japan. So financially sustainable. The topic has to be something I can talk about, like, or make sure you can say enough stuff about certain things. So I really try not to make my channel a travel channel, because there's only so many places I can travel to here, and other people are very successful with that. I get too bored if I have to talk about the top things to do in Honolulu.
Yeah.
I just get bored.
Yeah.
You know, I could make that video, but my whole channel is not revolved around on that. So finding something that you could talk about a lot, and also just the workflow. You know, we have these big grand ideas. It's a reason why I was very much against buying a drone, because of course everybody has a drone. You need a drone to get the epic Hawaii shots. I'm like, I can't. I don't want any more B-roll, you know, than I have to.
Yeah.
And that just makes it even longer for me to edit. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that my workflow is sustainable, that I can do it, like I said, an hour, 2 hours maximum, so that I can make the videos and then have fun and then move on. Because 5 hours I did that, it wasn't too fun during those 5-hour edit sessions. And it just makes it easier for the other priorities in my life. So I would say, for anybody trying to do this, or for even my former self, those things, try to find things that you can be sustainable with, because if you want to do it for a long time, it's not about rising fast. You know, you got to make it slow and steady, and that's one of the things I've seen with some creators, some not Hawaii related, but some Hawaii, that they're so gung-ho, and then I don't know what happened. You know, like I'm not sure if they got tired, life happened, and it seemed like their trajectory was so, like, it was looking good. I was like, but I would, just caution the quick rise, because if you get that quick fame and popularity, you gotta be able to handle it.
Yeah.
You have to be able to manage it, and you have to have the character to make the right choices.
Yeah.
When you get tempted to do certain things that maybe you don't want to do, or you don't think is right.
Yeah.
So I would say, just making sure that you are finding those ways to be sustainable. 'Cause I know sustainability is like this buzz term now.
Yeah.
More environmental, but it for creating content, for making videos, just you gotta have ways to do this for a long time.
Yeah.
So Yeah. What about you? And what advice do you have?
I think to batch my videos. Basically, like what you're doing, make enough content for like 2-3 months before you even start your YouTube channel. I think that is really important because for the longest time, like it just doesn't feel good like rushing every week to like get something out, right? And especially in the beginning, you know, where like you're trying to please the algorithm, right? Yeah. It's like, you know, it's like they see that you're constantly putting videos out. I think it really takes the stress out when you have like, you know, like 10 videos or whatever it is ready to go. Yeah. And then you can really work and make good quality videos, you know? So I think that, and I think the other thing is having a good supportive network. Not just like within your own family, but with other creators. So I'm really grateful that, you know, I know you and I know like a bunch of the other creators because I feel like sometimes like people who don't make videos, they're not content creators, like they don't really understand the things that like we have to go through, right? Yeah. And I think that's really, really important to kind of keep the momentum going because it can be like a really lonely road, especially when you're by yourself. So eventually what I want to do is I want to get all of us together, you know, where, you know, we could like be in each other's videos or, you know, like we could like do like a potluck or whatever it is, you know, and then we all can kind of build like closer bonds, you know, because right now I feel like everybody's kind of like to themselves. Yeah. So I think bringing, like what I said earlier, like if one of us succeeds, we all succeed.
Okay, so I didn't realize the battery is going to die.
Oh.
Did you want to close out? And then we can keep talking about it.
Okay, actually, it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is, yeah. So let's go and try this mochizada. All right, check this out. So this is exclusively at Zippy's, right? Mochizada right here. Let's go and break this open. Oh, wait, that's not, okay, but right here.
It has mochi in it. It's not going to break.
Oh. Let's go ahead and eat this. Oh yeah, it is good.
Yeah. So you don't have to say it's good.
No,
And there's one that has chocolate on it too.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they have both. But yeah. So underrated.
So it has this nice frosting, this glaze on the outside. It's kind of like a mix between a Krispy Kreme glazed donut and a dinner roll with mochi on the inside.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. I like it, it's good. I would get this again actually.
Okay. All right, well with that, hope you enjoy it. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you.
And yeah. Thank you.
Hello.